Live from Windsor, England, this is a special edition of Megyn Kelly Today, Road to the Royal Wedding.
There's a Windsor on.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Megyn Kelly. Would you take a look at this backdrop literally across the street from Windsor Castle? The spectacular Windsor Castle. Look at that thing.
Screen, actually.
There are some guests with me today. And they're loud.
Annoying you. Sorry.
You asked. Surprise.
We're here.
Okay. You think it's exciting down there? You should try being on the set. They are abuzz down below, preparing for the big day, which is now less than 24 hours from this very moment. And I am lucky enough, as you've seen, to be joined by the other royal family. The rest of the Today gang. Savannah, Hoda, Al, and Kathie Lee. Nice. Here to break it down for you. Okay. Well done. Yeah. What's that? You got to put your fingers together. Oh, sorry. I do everything
she
wrong.
doesn't like Spock.
Wouldn't be good if Spock were in the royal family. Live long and prosper.
Before we get to all that, NBC News contributor and royal editor of the Sunday Express, Camilla Tominey, is live for us just down the stairs on the procession route to give us the latest news on the wedding preparations. Camilla, we hear it's now been confirmed that Prince Charles will be walking Meghan Markle down the aisle since her dad is now not coming.
That's right, Megyn. So yes, Prince Charles confirmed as the man who will be the chaperone on the big day. Apparently Meghan and Harry had a word with the future king yesterday, discussed it all, and it was decided that he'd be the best person to do it. He's already going to become a father figure to Meghan anyway, obviously, as her contact in the family here in London. He's met Meghan a number of times. Apparently they get on famously. He's very fond of her. I think they share a lot of the same interests. And of course, she's the girl who's making his son so happy. So he's delighted to be doing it, according to the palace.
Do we think they would have settled on that without any input from the Queen? Do we think the Queen would have had to say, that sounds good to me?
To be honest, Megyn, I think it will have been run past the Queen simply because everything is. And equally, I think a discussion would have taken place with Doria, Meghan's mother, as well. I think there was a sense that actually having flown in from LA only on Wednesday, being introduced to all of these royals, it was then going to be a bit much to expect her to also walk down the aisle. So I think Prince Charles there is just saying, look, welcome to the family. You're welcome here. So is your mum, and we're going to help you through this big event that we're all looking so forward to.
Which they're celebrating apparently with a Carvel ice cream truck.
It's the town crier, would you believe, who has been ringing his bell incessantly.
It's exciting.
But hey, it's all good fun.
The Queen's telephone. We're that close. Can I just ask you, we're all waiting to see Meghan, of course, tomorrow, but any sighting of the princes today, William or Harry, can we expect that?
I think we can expect that. Now, if you think back to 2011, on the eve of the wedding, William and Harry decided to do an impromptu walkabout. And that was basically to say thank you to all of the people that had come down. You know, guys, there are people who are sleeping out overnight and have been for several days to catch a glimpse of this wedding. So I think we'll see the royal brothers a little bit later, maybe kind of early evening, where they'll just do a meet and greet, shake some hands, and just maybe have some photos taken to say a massive thank you, because the streets are filling up. You've seen it, the excitement's palpable, and I think the royals just want to say thank you for such a support for the wedding, and it's not even begun yet.
We feel like it has. Camilla, thank you. We're already in celebratory mode. I really feel like we should make it Fascinator Friday.
I do too.
You're not in favor?
No?
Well, it looks good.
It does. I just feel like it's a cheap hat. It doesn't even actually, it's not like a full hat.
Let me tell you.
But it does fit Hoda, so that's what? That was totally unnecessary, but true.
Yeah. He kind of took a long right turn.
I went yesterday to this guy. His name is Louis Mariette, and he gave me this just to borrow.
Legit.
And
Yeah.
this is like, I mean, why wouldn't you want to wear this with all the beautiful silk flowers? It gives volume where the Lord did not provide it.
Okay, I believe you. Well, the Lord didn't provide volume here either.
Well, I'm glad you made that clear. I thought you said velour didn't.
You need to see Louis. That's
right.
all right. So here around town, what do we have? 5,000 members of the media.
Yeah.
Just one of the
I think
things
they're
that's
all in
making.
our hotel. I'm sorry, I really do.
But it's just one of the things that makes us so unique. But really, it's all about Meghan. All the reports are about Meghan Markle.
You know what's
press is descended on her family, her high school, her elementary.
It's so funny because I saw these reporters from like Italy and around, and sometimes they just stop to interview anybody, and they've been stopping us, and they're like, "What do you think of the Markle family? What do you think of the Markles?" Like that's all they care about. That's like the one question that they're all asking, and it's about the family.
What do you think of the choice of Prince Charles? Charles to walk her down the aisle?
I think it's so nice. I think it's a beautiful gesture. I think it was an elegant solution. He's a father figure, and I agree with Camilla, who said it was a really nice way for them to say welcome to the family.
Yeah.
And unless her mother was dying to do it, I think it probably was the right call. I think if she had wanted her mom, I think she should have gotten exactly what she wanted. And I hope, apparently she asked if he would do it, and he agreed. And
I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for the mom.
You were?
I was, because the mom raised her. The mom, like, she's more connected with her mom than with Prince Charles. I agree with everything you said. It's a beautiful gesture, but I was just kind of rooting for Doria. I just kind of wanted to see that moment. It would have been incredible.
They said there's one detail that that Prince Charles won't actually be handing her away because she is her own person, so he'll wait and let her walk off to Harry. So there's like a little, it's
so
not
it's
like
literally just walking her down the aisle,
walking her away.
Accompanying.
Right. Yeah.
So now he will be the future king, but the question is whether we could really have an American queen someday, whether Meghan Markle. I mean, the truth is, in order for her to become queen, a lot of hideous and tragic things would have to happen.
Thanks for bringing that up. That's fantastic. Oh, what a happy day it is. Sorry, everybody went.
That's the truth, right? Because he's sixth in line, which does require him to get the queen's permission to get married. So she blessed the union. But, he's got 5 ahead of him.
Don't you think he's happy he doesn't ever have to be king?
Yes.
He's so relieved.
Pressure's off.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you look back at how Queen Elizabeth's father, King George, became king with the abdication. And
I watched The Crown.
Right, and they both seemed miserable. Neither one wanted to be king.
That was an amazing movie.
And The Royal Life of Windsor on Netflix, which is
I haven't seen that one.
It's really good. If you have 6 hours to spare, you're really going to do
Welcome to television review here on NBC.
enjoy it.
Long flight home.
But so I, like you, have been boning up on my royal trivia, and apparently there's a lot that we do in America thanks to the royal family, like the white dress. Did you wear a white dress at your wedding?
Yeah, but I'm the only one in the history of America that actually deserved to wear a white dress. You know what I'm saying? Only 23-year-old virgin in Hollywood at the time.
That sort of took a turn.
Not one person here can say that.
Well, you're
but
right.
it doesn't have anything to do with purity.
I didn't know that.
What a waste.
It has to do with snobbery.
I know.
They apparently
Queen
white,
Victoria, right?
White was really hard to get back in the day, like the linen, and she wanted to show off how rich they were, I guess is the story.
Because she was quite the fashion icon queen. I'm sorry. Let's be honest.
Look, she had her moment.
She was no oil painting, let's be honest.
Do we expect sleeves? What do we...
We haven't left here yet. We still have to get out of the country.
The cameras are still rolling.
Al, never seat me next to him.
What's going to happen with Meghan?
Oh, wait a minute.
What do you think?
It's not my fault.
Everything's your fault.
Dare we predict a puffy sleeve?
Oh, like Diana or something. I don't know.
I think she's going to be very chic.
I think she
Very
will be.
chic.
She's so stylish. But I can't really see you past Hoda's hat. I wanted to look you in the eye, but Hoda's hat had different plans.
But the good news is,
Will there be anything like this?
Hoda can cut the cable now. She's got all these satellite dishes.
I don't know. I think the dress will be beautiful. She could wear anything. They say maybe it's going to be that. Is it? I wanted to say
Russo?
Renee Russo.
Somebody
Russo. What is it?
What is
and something in Russo.
Someone will tell us.
Ralph and Russo.
Ralph and Russo.
Yeah. I was like, Renee
Yeah.
Russo designed the dress. No, Ralph and Russo.
Yeah.
Which I think is
Well,
fabulous.
she feels any need to wear a designer from the UK?
Yeah,
or
they
would
say
she feel
there's
like
pressure.
because she's American, maybe do a Ralph Lauren?
They say there's pressure to wear an English designer. Now she's basically going to be English.
Well, it's true. They were also saying that because the church is big and cavernous, that sometimes if you wear a sleek, simple dress, you kind of get lost. Yeah, so there was some school of thought that sometimes you have to make it a little larger than
Like Diana's?
Yes, like Diana's.
That was the 80s,
that was the biggest dress I've
80s.
ever seen.
That was. She later said she regretted that, right?
Yeah.
Because she became
felt
so
pressured.
stylish and a style icon.
Yes.
I think it was 80s. It was 80s.
And she was
She
19.
had a 25-foot train, longest wedding train ever.
Yeah, it was like 25
Sorry,
feet
read the
long.
briefing book.
But some have been saying, can Meghan wear the super long train? Both because she's in the smaller castle. She's in the small castle, Windsor.
Yeah.
But it's her second marriage. And back home, when it's your second marriage, I can speak to this personally. There's pressure to keep it like a little bit more modest.
Yeah.
So that they have 600 people instead of like 3,500. Like.
But he's not the future king either,
Right.
so
Right.
it's not the same pomp and circumstance.
So go for the train.
I'd go for what she
I think she's going to go for
There
it.
you
So
go.
too.
Yeah.
Do it up.
There's no playing this one down. You're in a castle.
Right.
Go big or go home.
You got to own
castle.
it. All right, now we have to talk about her dad. the paparazzi. It's now to the point where he's not even coming. And
is he in the hospital? Literally in a hospital? Alleged? Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know. Like he had a heart attack, and then he went to all of these fast food restaurants, and then people were like,
Wow,
"Did you really?"
Did a spit take there.
People were like, did he have a heart attack, or was this like?
Isn't that what everybody does after a heart attack? My God.
I think they do it before the heart attack.
Yes,
That's how you get the heart attack.
Exactly.
Anyway, now he's not coming, which
Sad.
for me,
feel
I
sorry
feel
for
like
him. Yeah, it is
imagine your wedding week finding out, your dad's not coming.
Yeah.
Right?
And I feel badly for him in a sense,
Yeah.
and that there must be a lot going on for you to miss your daughter's wedding. Forget about whether it's royal.
We hope
or
he's
anything
okay.
Like that. I hope he's all right.
And now, so her mom is actually going to be the only family member here for her.
Yeah, there are some other family members who I guess flew here, but they're not going to the wedding.
No.
They're doing
That's
coverage.
kind of
Yeah,
the
they're doing
definition of
coverage.
Well, it's like
sad.
the weird half brother and half sister.
Well,
probably
they've been
be protesting
bad-mouthing her
outside.
and all this nonsense. It's terrible.
Which is why they weren't invited.
Yeah.
Right,
What?
exactly. Shocker.
Who has a perfect family?
Right.
Nobody. No, that's why we like her more as a result of this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, she's got
like
weird
us.
people like we do.
Yeah, she's got a few weird uncles.
All right, you guys aren't going.
We're not going anywhere?
You're not going
Much to your
anywhere.
chagrin.
Clearly, we need more of this.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.